Hello out there in social media land. It's another phenomenal evening. It's Uncensored Conversation, and we are back tonight. It's been a great couple of weeks. We took a little break, but we're absolutely amazed to be back in the house on tonight in the driver's seat. And I have this phenomenal guest with me tonight. I am super excited about this young lady tonight. The one and only Jasmine Phillips is in the house, guys. So get your paper and pencils ready. She's going to blast your brains with nothing about real estate on tonight. I am so excited. Jasmine, it's amazing to see you tonight. Thank you so much for being my guest tonight. I'm excited.
You're welcome. It's been a long time, but I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to be on your show so I can help others as well.
Oh, girl, I tell you, I think I look back at some of our I think you've been on a couple of times, and I went back and tried to find one of the old videos. Long story short, one of my pages got totally taken down, and I lost all of my videos and all that kind of crazy stuff. But I had your specific interview saved on my phone, and I was like, oh my God, how crazy could that be? Because usually I delete. But your video was on there, and I was laughing because I don't know if you remember. Look, guys, this is girl talk tonight. Look, do you remember coming in my room and we were standing in my room chatting?
I remember the paparazzi.
Yes. Yes. See, guys, this is what I'm talking about. When you have true people in your life that stick with you through all of the mud and all of that stuff. Jazz and I haven't talked in quite some time, but as soon as I reached out to her about coming on the show, she said yes, and I was excited, guys. So get ready. There's more stuff coming to the scene. So Jazz, we're going to get right into it. Look, guys, let me put my disclaimer out there. All of you that are watching for the first time, or those of you that are coming back as a returning viewer, if you will, let's keep in mind that Jasmine is a professional real estate person, broker. She's going to give you her full title here shortly. But guys, she's not going to quote any prices tonight, not a one. Go ahead when I pop up her information, book a consultation with her, get your money ready so you can buy the property she's going to have for you. I just need you to connect with this amazing young lady. And I can tell you, I've watched her. I believe when we were working together, Jazz, at that other place, you were going to school then, and you just, girl, you said kick rocks when you got ready. I ain't mad at you. I am so proud of you. You did the thing. So guys,
I had it set for this, and I feel like it was meant for me. So
yes, and I believe it. You are one amazing young lady. And guys, I'm getting ready to pop up her information because I want you to make sure y'all write it all down. Get it right there. And then I'm gonna scroll and let you have her email address while we're talking tonight as well, so that you can go ahead and be reaching out to her. I want to do this a different way, Jazz. Jazz, I'm so excited. I got you on the show. So I'm doing this a different way tonight, guys. I'm going to pop it up here so that you'll be able to connect with her while we're on the show. So you have all of her information right there for you. So throughout the evening, even doing commercials, you will still be able to see Jasmine's information and reach out to her. Write it down now, guys. Don't delay. Do it today. So Jasmine, for all of those people who do not know you, and I don't know why, but for all those people who do not know you, please formally introduce your beautiful self and tell them all that you want them to know.
Hi guys, I'm Jasmine Phillips with Realty One Group Results. I've been a licensed realtor since November 2017, so I've been doing this for over 6 years actually. I specialize as helping buyers, helping sellers. I have done investment properties. I have experience with estate properties, foreclosure properties. So I'm pretty much well-trained, full-time realtor here in North Carolina tri-area. I also serve Raleigh and Charlotte area. So if you're looking in North Carolina, me, I love doing real estate. I feel like it was meant for me because since I was a little girl, I always loved looking at houses. I remember when I was like 10 or 12, I used to go to open houses like I'm gonna buy something because I always loved the layout. So I remember, watching HGTV and all of those episodes. And I told myself, you know what? I'm going to be a realtor. Before I became a realtor, I was in the hospitality and restaurant field, and I was really good customer service. And so then I made a jump to the healthcare industry. And then from there, I made my big jump to real estate to help people who I know that's in need, especially first time home buyers. There are a lot of options out there that a lot of people don't know about. There are actually over 40 down payment assistance programs in North Carolina alone.
What?
So,
Shut my mouth. I got the expert in the house, y'all. I'm telling you.
so I do have a link. It's on my Instagram. Victoria, I'll send you my Instagram later.
Okay.
I think it's like Jasmine NC Realtor Instagram. It has a link where you can click down payment assistance options, and let's say you see a house that you want to know if it qualifies, you just put the address in and it tells you what programs qualify. So there are a whole bunch of
Wow.
out there that I love, utilizing my tools and resources to help each individual in their situation because everyone's different. Everyone has a different situation. And that's why it's best to contact a realtor, someone you know or was referred to that you can trust. Now,
Mm.
I sometimes there are links like Zillow, realtor.com where you put your information in and they send you a realtor that's really like a lead. You're pretty much a lead to other
Wow.
people. So it's best to go with who you know and who you trust versus just entering your information on the internet and having all types of realtors calling you.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay, Jess. Slow, slow. You know I got an old brain, Jasmine. Wait a minute. I gotta catch up. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me all this time when people be clicking their names and putting them on those little lists, we okay. So to all of my fellow lookers out there, stop it. Because we have the expert tonight. Jasmine Phillips is in the house. You don't need to click another button. Just click her information and call Jazz, and Jazz is going to get you where you need. Jazz, you just already look. This show has only got started, and you've already blown my mind. What the heck? So you mean to tell me that any and then we, again, y'all keep in mind she cannot give you quotes on tonight. Please reach out to her for that. But Jasmine, in general speaking, any person in the world can get a house. They
Yeah,
just gotta know the proper realtor, the expertise like you that can walk them through. Because a lot of people, and as I told you, I've had people sending questions for us tonight just to be able to ask you. So even the person with not that great sound credit still can get a house.
they can. There are some lenders out there that will accept lower credit scores. I can't get into the whole lender
Right, right.
scenario, not a lender. But there are other ways. For instance, I have a couple of preferred lenders that are really good. Let's say if your score is low okay, first of all, they're going to look at your credit score. They're going to look at your debt to income ratio and even student loans. They look at all of that, right? So even if you can't qualify, then it's always other available programs to help you qualify out there that some lenders may not know about. But at the same time, my preferred lenders, they specialize in this whole lending industry, and they will put together a plan for you. So even if you qualify, then it's always best to have a lender instead of that person saying, oh no, I'm sorry, you can't qualify. Someone that can put together a plan that can tell you what to pay off so that you can qualify later.
But the key is having you in my life to help me connect with that person over there,
Mhm.
because you're going to make sure that I'm following through to what I need to get what I need from you. So
Yes,
I need to have you first in place so that you can say, okay, look, ding dong, let's go over here and talk to the other people so we can get you in a process. And that makes so much sense to me, Jazz, because as a, as a certified master coach, that's what we talk about is getting a plan of action together and following through the process. And that's what you're telling me tonight.
yes, yes. As long
Mm,
as you're following through on the plan, then you will be able to purchase, whether it's now or in the future. Now, I know some people ask, when is now a good time to purchase? I say the sooner the better, even though, yes, the interest rates are high right now, but guess what? Prices are going to continue to rise. So,
wow.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, guys. Now I'm gonna give a 5-second breather. Y'all see Jasmine's name across the top of the screen. You see her phone number and her email going across the other side of the screen. I'm gonna need you to write all of this down. If you are looking to start this process, this is the queen of real estate in my world. Y'all know how I am big on uncensored conversation. I only like to bring people on the show that I trust in their industry that can get you to your next level. I've known Jasmine for so long. It feels like a lifetime. She feels like my little baby. She grew up and everything. But she is such a sweetheart. But not only is she a sweetheart, but she has the humbleness, and her integrity speaks far beyond anything else that I could ever see in this industry. I've had the pleasure, well, maybe not the pleasure, I guess. I've talked to some other people just out of curiosity, and I've never gotten a straighter answer than I've got from this young lady right here. That's the reason why she's going to be coming back more than you think on here. But I want you to be able to get to with somebody who's got your best interest in heart, that can really walk you through the process, but also do it with integrity and character. I got a sneaky funny feeling that if you don't do what she's telling you to do, she can't help you. Now, she's not going to sugarcoat it. Look, y'all, she looks real sweet and innocent on the screen. But I got a funny feeling that she's going to put her foot down when it comes to you getting what you want for real estate. And I'm going to stick with her. I told her before the show, no matter what I'm looking for in housing and real estate, she is my go-to girl. Look, if I can say it, you can say it. Jasmine Phillips is the chick for us in the real estate business. And where she goes, we will follow her. So, Jazz, yeah, girl, you know how we roll. You know how we roll on the show. Look, guys, she is such an amazing young lady that so Jess, I want to ask you a couple of
Can you
questions.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sweetie. Can you hear us?
Hold on.
Okay, doll.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Yes.
I can't hear you.
Okay, well, you may need to go out and come back in, Jazz.
Hold on.
And we're gonna take a quick break while you do that, okay? All right, guys, we're going for a quick break. Y'all stick with us. We'll be right back with the phenomenal, the
Okay.
one and only Jasmine Phillips. We'll be right back, Jazz.
All right.
We got a conference coming. It's time for y'all to register. We are back. Jazz, you with me? Can you
I'm
hear
with
me
you.
now?
Sorry, I had my phone on do not disturb and I got a call anyway. So
That means you're important, girl. That's how you do it. That's all I'm gonna say. When you're important like you are, you can't miss those calls. Guys, if you're just joining us tonight, my phenomenal guest is the one and only, the beautiful real estate queen herself, Miss Jasmine Phillips is in the house. And she is, look, if y'all missed the first part, you're going to have to go back and listen to the replay because she's already thrown out some major nuggets to us tonight. So, Jasmine, one of the questions that people are, that I've got a couple of people asking about is, can a realtor help if a person is not really sure or ready to go into purchasing and they're trying to stick with the big R, the big rental scene? So is it also good to seek out a realtor even in that area versus going willy-nilly on our own? And what would you say is the steps that a person should really be considering moving, from the real renting stages into actually purchasing? I know I asked a whole lot, but I know you got me.
No, it's okay. First, yes, I would say still contact a realtor because there are a lot of property managers and property management companies that have realtors involved, brokers. So yes, when it comes to rentals, some realtors may do just sales. You want to make sure that realtor is specialized too as well and knows as far as the rental process and everything. I actually do property management on the side as well. So, someone like me or anyone else you may know that's a licensed realtor, I think is your best bet when it comes to finding rentals. As far as transitioning from a rental to home ownership, some things to consider. Rentals, we call the maintenance people fix the issues or whatever. With home ownership, guess what? You don't have that maintenance. You have to fix your own. So I would consider saving a lot of money for stuff like that, like repairs or emergencies. So home ownership, have at least a decent amount, depending on the value of the home. Definitely have homeowners insurance. And as far as when you do purchase the home, you want to make sure to get title insurance. Even if you do purchase land and not a home, it's important to have title insurance. And what that does is a one-time fee that the attorney will, they will look up, do a title search, offer title insurance. It's a one-time fee, maybe four, maybe 500 or somewhere along that line. And you pay it one time. If somebody tried to put a claim against the property, then guess what? That title insurance protects you. Or if all of a sudden there's a lien that you find out about on the property, that title insurance protects you. And a home warranty is a good thing to consider as well for home ownerships, because I know first time home buyers, some may have money, a lot of money, and some people may not have a lot of money. So I would negotiate with the seller to see if they can provide like a 1 year home warranty. That way, if something does break down and you don't have the money saved aside, then you can depend on that home warranty company.
Girl, you see my face. You know you'll be blowing my mind. You that look that Jasmine. Everybody don't understand my facial expressions, but I'm sitting there going because you are throwing out nuggets that I never would have thought about. But you know
Hmm.
what that means? That's the reason why you're the expert. Guys, I can't stress this enough. There are certain areas that we need to make sure we have an expert in place as a part of your team, right? We're getting ready to go back into talking about teams on our elevation moments, Jasmine. We kind of took a break from it for a little bit, but we're going to go back to talk about the importance of teams and having you in the team, in my team, looking for real estate and looking for homes and stuff. I gotta have somebody that knows this language that is foreign to me. No disrespect to any of you out there. I can say no habla español, and I say that every day, all day on my job, right? But that's as far as it goes. My Spanish is zero, right? So for me, you are speaking the language that will keep me out of trouble. And I don't
Hmm.
realize how important it is to have an expert in this field, in this industry, that can talk the language so you don't get used, mishandled. As I was sharing with you earlier, there's some things I've learned about real estate that I wasn't too pleased to learn out after 8 years. And now I'm like, you know what? Jasmine's right on time. We're coming on the show because she's going to get me the heck up out of here. Guys, I'm telling you, write her information down right now. Even if you think you know it all, write it down and reach out to her. Book a consultation, book some time with her so that you can find out the real deal behind the deals so that she can walk you through and get you to the place that you need to be. So Jasmine, I want to get into some other things with real estate. Like you're talking about, there's things that we should have in place and things that we should start thinking about, having some funds available up ahead, ahead of the game. So when we're talking about even with maybe not necessary home purchasing, but commercial property, we still need to have you in our life, right?
Yes, yes, yes. And also another thing I didn't mention when it comes to, purchasing home, a lot of people don't know you have to have upfront costs when it comes to purchasing home. So some people may have heard of due diligence, some people may not have heard of due diligence, but that is your risk money amount that you would need to have saved. For it could be anywhere between 500. Some people put 10,000. I don't suggest putting $10,000 down, but depending on the price point, why, um, it's just a money that you have to have up front. You get it back towards closing because, of course, you have your closing costs, you have that risk money fee, and what happens is if you walk away from that house, that seller keeps that due diligence. But if you make it to closing, you get it back. Same thing with earnest money. If you walk away doing, it's a period called due diligence period, which is your, and I can explain further in detail, but it's pretty much your investigation period to do home inspection and everything. If you walk away, you don't get your due diligence back. But if you make it to closing, you'll see it as a credit. Earnest money is similar, but you get your earnest money back during the due diligence. So earnest money is not, and plus, like inspection costs, that can range between 400 to, let's say, 650. You have to have the appraisal cost. So if I were to purchase a house, I would save, at least in this day and time, at least 5,000.
Wow. So I need to have pockets of money, not just one pocket.
Well, there is an exception. You can have someone like do a gift letter for you where they can give you the funds. The lender must approve of that. So again, I'm not in the lending industry. It's
Right.
always best to ask your lender, but I have had experience where one lady, she didn't have any money at all, and she had to end up using like gift funds from other family members, and we
Wow.
barely made it through, but we made it through, and she finally closed on her home, and she's so happy. But even if you don't have money saved, have someone that you know that you can count on that can gift you any, towards your closing of your home.
So again, you guys out there like me, this is the reason why you need to call Jasmine ahead of time, put a plan of action into process so you'll know these little things that you need to have to get ready. I'm booking an appointment with Jasmine, guys. I'm getting ready to find out what monies I got to have laid to the side and all of that while I'm in the process of going through the other process to the other process. Because guess what? With Jasmine Phillips at the head of this boat, I got a funny feeling we're gonna be making some headway and we're gonna be going where we need to go. Jasmine is not gonna lead you astray, but she's gonna lead you right into the door with your keys in your hand for a perfect living arrangement. Girl, Jasmine. So now, oh girl, you just done open up my brain, and you know how difficult that can be sometimes. But Jasmine, so you mean to tell me once we get all of this money in the pockets that we need to have it in, and I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure, I'm assuming that when I come to you and I've done all of the things that you've told me to do in before, once I'm excited, y'all, that all things that you put in my plan of action before, at what point should I be looking at how many rooms do I want? Where do I want it to be? And what's the top price out? At what part of the game do you start thinking about those special details of the house purchase in itself? Because like I know what I want. I want a 3-bedroom house.
Mhm.
Because I know everybody says I don't need 3 bedrooms, but I want a 3-bedroom house on one floor because I gotta have my office in one room. I gotta have a room for the boys when they come to stay with Nana. And the other room is just if I don't want to be in the master bedroom, I go in the other room. See how that works? So,
I
so, so when do I need to start thinking about all of this? Is that a part like steps 1, 2, 3, and this is step 3 in our process?
I would start the sooner the better. I know everybody has their own personal preference, but let's say you call a lender tomorrow to see how much you can qualify or get approved for, right? Then that's when you would so I would say start thinking now, and then upon the approval process, depending on how much you can get approved for, then you may have to limit or tweak certain options.
Hmm. So I'm not gonna tell you I want to work. I want to live at 1313 Mockingbird Lane, and we go to the bank. That's not how it works. So I
No,
gotta
I
tell.
first.
Say that again for the people, Jazz, because I don't think some people caught that.
Definitely go to the bank first before you see any houses, because it's important to know your price range, because you, let's say you go see a $400,000 house, but you only get approved for a $200,000 house. There's a big difference between $400,000 house and a $200,000 house. So that's why I say it's better to get approved first. And then what I would focus at is your needs, what you have, your wants in terms of your preferences, and narrow that down.
I like this idea. Jasmine, I'm telling you something now. All these folks out here that send these stars up tonight, y'all better call Jasmine. Y'all better call her. Y'all better book her. Y'all better book her. Book her so you can get your information. So, Jasmine, we're going to take a quick break. I want you to grab a glass of water. But when we come back, I want to ask you about commercial property, as how, because I have a friend who's out in a different state, which I know, you're in North Carolina. But his question was in regard to how should a person look at what they have as a purchasing, if they want to purchase a home, but they also need to purchase commercial property. How does should those two parts gravitate together in the process? So when we come back, can you kind of lead us through that transition a little bit?
Sure.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Grab you some water, grab your pencil and paper, because Jazz was getting ready to tell y'all some nuggets, and I'm super excited because we're going to find out all we need to know, maybe, about real estate. So, guys, take a quick break, get you some water. All right, guys, we are back with my phenomenal guest, lady of real estate. I got so many different titles for you right now. Tell your bosses at Realty One. I got a whole lot of different titles for you guys over there. So you're the queen, the rock and roll, the princess of real estate, the lady that can get you into the house, the whole nine. My guest tonight, guys, is the phenomenal Jasmine Phillips, and she is that professional realtor at Realty One Group Results. So, Jasmine, come on in and talk to us a little bit about how this commercial and and personal property kind of gravitates.
Okay, so when you say commercial and personal property, I'm gonna give an example. Do you mean, like, for example, if you were to purchase a home, a single family home, but use it like as a daycare for commercial reasons?
That's one example. And the
Okay.
second example is I'm buying a house, but I need an
Mhm.
office space too. And I
Okay.
don't want them connected. So those are the two examples. You got me, girl.
So certain lenders do commercial, while a lot of lenders do residential. So first, you would need to, like, I know, for instance, what's that bank called? First National Bank. That's a good resource for commercial. I had a client who actually utilized them to purchase his commercial building, and they were great, awesome experience. Keep in mind that if you want to purchase a house and purchase a commercial, you can possibly do it together. But again, it all factors into your credit score, your debt to income ratio. So if you had to do one or the other, then I would choose which one's more important. Keep in mind the difference between single family homes. Usually single family homes or townhomes or condos, or you know your primary residence that you're going to purchase for personal reasons, that process can last between 30 to 45 days. Commercial can last
Wow.
a lot longer as far as the contract to close process is what I'm talking about. So with commercial,
Wow.
you're going to end up, you don't have a due diligence fee with commercial property like you do with your regular houses, which is good. But keep in mind, commercial is longer because depending on the type of commercial building you're trying to purchase, whether it's an office, whether it's a restaurant, there's more investigation required, like zoning, depending on what you're going to utilize that business for, certain ordinances and all of that. And also the appraisal cost, I believe, is a little more and it takes a little bit longer as far as the appraisal as well
Mm.
versus
Mm.
house. So, if your business is more important and you can afford to rent for a couple of years while you establish more money from your commercial purchase, then I would say take that route to get you the home of your dreams. But if you have to have a home and can wait on the business later, then I would focus on the home for right now and then worry about the commercial residence.
Hmm. So, my friend out there that's watching, I think you got the answer to your question. Dun, 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 dun. House first, commercial property second. Jasmine, that is perfect because a lot of us that are entrepreneurs, we're looking at those little corners that we can take as far as being able to have what we need for our businesses, but also have a that great personal living experience as well. And I'm a firm believer in if show me how to do it the right way and I'll follow through with it. Because as I'm listening to you tonight, look, I'm over here, making sure I got my notes for when I meet with you. Because there's a lot of things that, you're throwing out tonight that I never really thought about until we're talking tonight. Because sometimes you think, well, okay, I want to find a house. I found the house on 1313 Mockingbird Lane. See, nobody knows that's why the monsters used to live. But anywho, 1313 Mockingbird Lane, I might want to go into that property and it looks like it might cost 50,000 or whatever. But when I get to the table, they want 150, and I'm sitting there looking like boo boo the fool because I didn't get what I needed to in the beginning, which in turn is going to make my process to even purchase it even longer because now I got to get the other $100,000 versus the 50 that I got. So, that makes a lot of sense. And then too, you need to have the opportunity, like you said, to make sure your credit is where it needs to be. Somebody text me and I'm going to read it just like they texted to me or inbox it to me because I don't want to word this. But this individual is asking the question: if an individual has a credit score, and we know you can't give us specifics, first of all, Jazz, we know you can't give specifics, but if a person has a credit score that's under the fives, would it
Mhm.
be best to say that they're going to have a long journey to purchasing a home?
It just depends on how quickly they can up their credit to the lender standards. So, there are ways and tips and tools that, like I said, get with the right lender the right resource that can provide you those tools. And the quicker you start utilizing those tools, the quicker you'll be able to be ready, to move on with purchasing that home. So just because you have a lower score, don't let it discourage you, and don't look at it like, oh, this is going to be a long journey. It's better to start now versus not starting at all. So start picking those tools up and start digging.
I I like I like the way she said, pick up those tools and start digging. Because
So
God, you gotta think about it. You didn't we did not create this credit thing that we have overnight. And so it's going to take the same fortitude and the same initiative and desire to get yourself to the level that you need to be. And I'm just going to throw this in there for the tenured people like myself, Jasmine. You're never too late to start to grow, y'all. I mean, I'll be 62 in October, baby. And I'm telling you, there's some things I never thought about doing, Jasmine. Girlfriend, what can I tell you? I'm picking up the tools and I'm gonna start digging in them things, girl.
if I don't
Yes.
look 60-10.
Well, thank you, Jasmine. It's because of all that hard work at that place we used to work together.
Oh, trust me, I know.
It, it took away my age process, I think. I don't know. But well, thank you, ma'am. But it's like hanging around with you guys, you know. I've always said that all the people that I've ever been really associated with have always been younger than me. I mean, Jazz is a baby to me, but you know what? She's like, my big little sister in the real estate. She's my big little sister, period. But thank you, Miss Jasmine. But I'm trying to keep up with you, girl. Guys, I've already and Jasmine, I didn't tell you this. I always get at least one or two people that ask me this magical question. So let me put some people's hearts to rest. And some of them are gonna cry, Jasmine. Jasmine is taken. She is not interested. Okay. Now, so if you're booking a consultation to get a date, that's not the way to do it. She doesn't want to see your credit scores to see if she can get a date. Okay. Anywho, Jasmine, I just thought I'd tell I thought I'd just throw that little bit out there. I don't want people to get all, let me book an appointment with Jasmine and then I can take her out to dinner and she can give me a house. Nope. That ain't how it works.
That's not happening.
Nah, that ain't happening. She's already asked for it. She is happy together. And she is making her happy. Miss Carrie, you know her. I go with that singing. So she is an expert and she knows, look, you can't come to her side eye and expect her to give you this magical wand. She's gonna put the work to you so that you can work to get what you want. And that's what you have to do in order to understand this process. Jasmine, you know what? I'm telling you, it's like you are just opening so many other doors tonight that I knew we were going to have a great conversation and I knew you were going to throw some great nuggets. And I'm so excited that, you'll be joining us and helping us even along the way in 2024, because I am really speaking over people's lives that in 2024, we as non-homeowners will be homeowners before 2024 is over. And you just said it. It's about picking up the tools and the resources and doing what we got to do to get there. And so I'm sticking with the realtor that I know's got the experience, the know-how, the intuition, the intentions, and the credibility. And she's darn tootin' cute, y'all, that can get me through it. That is the one and only Jasmine Phillips. So Jasmine, if you wanted to give a quick note or a tip to our listening audience, what would be one thing that you would say to somebody who's got the great credit and can go ahead and make it move? And what would you say to the person who is struggling? What would be your positive notes that you would give them tonight?
For those that do have good credit, don't wait, don't hold out because inflation keeps going up. Home prices are keep going up. And even if, since the rate is, from last time I checked, according to bank rate, the prime rate is 8.5%. So yeah, I know that may seem a little high and that may reflect even more payments, more money you have to come up with. If you do purchase now, then if the rates drop, you can always refinance. So don't let the interest rate hold you up, because everything is still going to continue to rise, home prices. And those who may not be ready now, don't give up, because home ownership is one of a lot of Americans' dreams. People in America, a lot of people say home ownership. So don't give up. start digging, start networking with people among lenders, people you trust, realtors that you trust, so that you can quickly come up with a plan so you can put those plans into action and become a homeowner. The sooner the better. You see how these developers are coming in, clearing off the land and just building more and more houses. So you don't want to wait where, you know, it's hardly not going to be any houses left, because I mean, eventually I think it'll take years down the road when, uh, hopefully I'm not here anymore. But, you know, you don't, I mean, get it while you can. Try to go ahead and start networking with people. Now is the time. Don't wait and don't get discouraged. And don't give up, because again, there are programs out there for first time home buyers. And if you didn't know, um when you haven't owned a home in 3 years, then that's when you consider a first time home buyer. So just because you a first time home buyer is not necessarily someone that never owned a home. Even if you owned the home and you sold it, if you haven't owned the home in the last 3 years, you're considered a first time home buyer.
Shut the malarkey sandwich sauce up. What?
Hmm.
Ah, okay, Jasmine. I got to make an appointment. You know, I'm off on Mondays. I got to make my appointment because now I'm a first time homeowner prospector. Okay, guys, I'm a new homeowner. That's girl. See how you be opening up those little windows in my brain. Guys, this is Jasmine Phillips. She is our professional real estater. She knows everything about this business, and she works with them good folks over there at Realty One Group Results. Guys over there at Realty One, keep her busy because we're gonna keep her busy from our end. So, Jasmine, there's one thing I know we're gonna wrap it up because I promised you a certain time, and we've already gone over. Can you believe it? But there's one
It's
thing that I want. Well, hey, see, that's how we're gonna rock and roll it on Uncensored Conversation. We have fun doing what we do. So, Jasmine, there's another aspect of you that I want people to kind of get a feel for, because I know a lot of people. I have a friend who had someone that just recently got into the real estate business, and I think they got into the real estate business for the wrong reason, and they didn't know what they were doing. So, can you kind of tap on what it's like to actually be sincere about getting into the business, and what do you recommend is a starting place for somebody who wants to be the next person under Jasmine Phillips? Not in front of her, guys, but under her. I'm just joking, Jazz. What would you suggest?
I would say study with the pre-license course. And then once you do find the company you want to work for, okay, so when you're taking your pre-license course, you learn the general ins and outs of real estate. You learn the rules, the laws, and all of that. So, it takes learning, but experience as well. So yeah, sometimes this is based on my experience with post license class. So once you do pre license, pass your exam, you have your post license class, and they used to always throw you don't do this or you'll get your license suspended or taken or go to real estate jail and all of that. So it kind of at first when I became a realtor, I was a little scared because I was like, Dag, I need to learn everything I can. I don't want to go to real estate jail, but eventually I had to get out of that point and I had to start, experiencing it. So don't let fear get in the way of real estate jail. Just do what you know is right and be honest with people. Don't share confidential information among your clients. And if you're going to be a realtor, I feel like you need to have the heart to be a realtor. Don't just do it for the money, because there have been times that I have worked so hard and showed all these houses and felt like I didn't earn as much as I could have. But guess what? I rather see my clients happy. So it's not all about the money in real estate. And
Wow.
going to be a realtor, you have to have the heart and the passion to do so, to help others.
See, see, Jasmine, you're gonna make me cry. See, guys, this is the reason why I bring the people of the caliber and the character and the integrity that we do on Uncensored Conversation. Because I'm with you, Jasmine. Sometimes, even as a certified master life coach, there's been a lot of days, and some of you guys still owe me for your classes. No, I'm just joking. Well, maybe I'm not joking, but anyway, but there's been times that it didn't matter so much about the money. It was about making sure that the client, that the person got what they needed. Sometimes you can be too focused on the dollar sign that you forget the true purpose of why you in it. And I'm a firm believer, if God brought us to it, he's going to take us through it, y'all. I'm a firm believer of it. I believe even as entrepreneurs, we have to get to the point where we understand that some days it may appear to be a broke situation, but look at the end results and solutions that you're giving to other people because of your expertise. And this is the thing: God will bless those that bless others. I promise you he will. And I can say, Jasmine, I can really say God will bless others that bless others. I can truly say that. I know for myself that there are things that I probably should be charging an arm and a leg for, because I believe in the person and the individuals. Because I've had people even tell me on my, that I've asked about coming on the show, well, how much do you charge for me to come be a guest on your show? And I'm like, charge to be a guest? What do you mean? Now, there is something about sponsorship. Now, if you want to be a sponsor, yeah, you have been paying into the cost of the program. But for me to have somebody beautiful like Jasmine come on the show and talk to you on a regular basis about real estate and help you get to get a better, clear understanding, that means more to me, Jasmine, than you paying me to sit on my show for an hour. I would rather you talk as long as you want and as freely with the people, and people get true understanding about what to do when they're getting ready to purchase the home. Because my friend just texted me and said, thank you for letting them know that they do have a chance to still be homeowners, because they're thinking that, with their credit or with their credit score, that they're finished. But you just gave them the instant, the notion that they need to start looking. And she also said you gave her the go sign that she needs to move to North Carolina so she can deal with you. Look at that. You got somebody moving already, coming to North Carolina just so they can work with you. But see, if we start thinking about it from that aspect, hey, Kim, when you start thinking about it from that standpoint, when you start seeing people like yourself that have good intentions, good integrity, and are willing to go above, because when we say, we can not charge you the consultation fee if you continue to do what I asked you to do. We can see that working for us, but it's got to be the character of that individual that stands out in the forefront as well. And that's the reason why, guys, I'm telling you, you need a real estate queen, North Carolina. Here she is.
Just for those of you all that have joined this show with us, Miss Victoria, Miss Elevated Not Tolerated, and I will do 5-minute consultation. So,
oh my snickerbiggles, y'all better get y'all snicker schedules in there. You heard what the lady said. She's gonna help you out. Look, and I didn't ask her. She said it. I didn't. She's just on the show. I don't know what's going on with her. Well, Jasmine, that's a great offer. So all of you that are watching, even some of you that already got houses, you might want to get a bigger house or a bigger house and the bigger house. Here's your girl. Here's the queen of rock and roll in North Carolina. Jasmine Phillips, our real estate queen, is in the house on tonight. I need you to go ahead and book those consultations with her and get that home purchased before 2024 is out of the season. Jasmine, I tell you, it is amazing how this hour has already gone by. It's amazing. Wow. Can you just imagine when our next conversation is going to be when you come back? Oh,
yeah.
my God. She's got some things up under her sleeves, y'all. Y'all ain't seen none yet from this queen of rock and real estate.
I'll try to get some resources together. Well, some packages where I can provide that to everyone for the next time.
So Jasmine, is that a yes to my question earlier?
Yes.
I guess I could go ahead and tell them. You think, just to get them ready? So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you and present to others. So that's how they do it at church, Jasmine. I'd like to introduce to some and present to others a new member of the Uncensored Conversation team. Miss Jasmine Phillips will be our registered real estate expert, and she will be coming back, and we will tell you more about what her schedule is going to be looking like when she comes back to be a regular on our show. She'll be coming back to give you, as she just said, some packets to help you along the way. She's going to teach you about real estate and do it the elevated, not tolerated way. I'm loving it, Jasmine. 2024 just keeps on getting better, better, better. Girl, and to be able to see you on a regular basis is really going to be something absolutely amazing. Miss Carrie, I tell you, we're going to have to start singing some more songs and putting her on Thirsty Thursday with you too. You know, I tell you, we got a lot of people that are going to be interested in you, and we appreciate and we thank you for your yes to being a part of the team. I tell you, I can't wait for all of the other folks that are going to start being regulars on the show, that people are going to be able to say, wait a minute. That's another one. Yeah, another one bites the dust. Hey, Miss Carrie, another one, another one bites the dust. Okay, I'm sorry. I know some of y'all just got out of church, and I just throw that right in your head. Jasmine, it has been absolutely amazing to have you on the show tonight, and I can't wait for us to put you on the regular calendar for you to come back and be with us on a regular basis here on Uncensored Conversation. It's going to be absolutely amazing just to have you educate us through this process. And guys, you know, we'll tell you more about what she's going to be doing. We got a lady out there, I can't tell her name right now. Coach K. I just said her name. Coach K, who will be doing some regular visitations with some mindset coaching. We got some people that's coming back that's going to be on the show. Miss Carrie is a resident of our musical industry on the show. Guys, I'm telling you. But to have Miss Jasmine Phillips as our registered real estate queen is going to take our minds to another level of ease and prosperity and being able to live in a more beautiful life with a lot more ease. Jasmine, I'm excited for you.
I'm excited to, be a part of your show and to meet those that need help and to help others, just period. It just excites me. So I'm excited.
Yeah. It's Christmas here on Uncensored Conversation. Yeah, that's what it is. Well, Jasmine, I thank you so much for taking out your time out of your busy schedule. I know Sundays is everybody's day, to keep things moving and working and rocking and rolling. But I am so glad that you took out time out of your busy schedule to be with us tonight. And I can't wait for the future shows to come. Guys, check out the information at the bottom. There's her name as who she works for. Give a special shout out to Realty One Group Results for housing this beautiful queen. Y'all give her a raise. I don't know what y'all do. I don't know what you do in the realty industry, Jazz. I don't know if they give you raises. I don't know how that works. But guys, give her some extra balloons or something. I don't know. Whatever she needs. And guys, contact her. Look at the bottom that you see her name going across the screen. That's her email address and phone number. She is not taking dates for, coffee and cake and ice cream, but she's taking those people who are interested in moving to a beautiful home. Guys, she's not on the market she's not on the market. She's selling houses. That's us on the market. Anywho, I'm just saying, Jasmine. But Jazz, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Guys,
Thank
it's
you
going
for
to Always. I have said this ever since I met her and knew that she was getting into the real estate business, that when I got ready to purchase, I know who I'm going to. And I told her tonight that still stands. Her credibility, her integrity, her character, and her humbleness speaks volumes to me. And I don't care what company she works for. Jasmine Phillips is the queen of Elevated Not Tolerated's favorite realtor. And she is the one who's putting us in the mansion that we want. That's right, Miss Jasmine Phillips. Jasmine, do you have any closing remarks for our folks? And then we're going to take off out of here.
No, just don't give up. And again, like I said, the number one usually American dream is home ownership. We're going to do this together. So I can't wait to meet each and every one of you all that need help, and I will be available.
All right, guys. Well, we're getting ready to rock and roll it out of here. Jasmine's got some things to do tonight, and I sure as heck got some things to do. It's called sleep. We're gonna sleep later on tonight. I don't know, Jasmine. I might go eat some ice cream too. I don't know. I found
Do
some downstairs.
both. Enjoy your life.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my life. I found some ice cream. My grandson was here this weekend, Jasmine, and I thought he had ate up all the ice cream, and he didn't. I found some, so I'm gonna go downstairs and get me some ice cream and meditate on this whole conversation that we've had tonight. But guys, next week, you do not want to miss Uncensored Conversation. We're elevated, not tolerated. We're going to be having some of the phenomenal women that's going to be speaking at the Favor is Fair conference. Can I just tell you, Jasmine? Favor is fair. And it's a connection with the realtor because the theme is after this, it's time to build. So you guys, you don't want to miss that. You want to go ahead and register for it. It's April 19th and the 20th. We got a super special surprise for you on the 21st. We're going to be telling you more about that after a while. But guys, go ahead and register for the Favor is Fair conference because next Sunday, some of those phenomenal speakers will be my guests, and they're going to be telling you what's going to be happening and what they're expecting for the conference on April 19th and 20th. It's going to be a phenomenal evening on Uncensored Conversation next Sunday. Jasmine, my friend, it is always a pleasure to be in your presence, and we look forward to working with you even the more. Guys, have a great evening. Don't eat too much ice cream like me, but come back and see us next week on Uncensored Conversation with Elevated, Not Tolerated. We'll see you real soon. Jasmine, we'll talk to you soon, sis.
All right. Take care.